Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new. Like the video if you like the video. And I won't tell if you click that bell. But let's go ahead and get into this. We're not sure if Daniel Jones is going to play this week. He's got a hamstring. These things can be really tricky. Odell as a rookie and Slayton as a rookie both missed long stretches of time with hamstrings. So we don't want to play with this, especially since he's an athlete and we depend on him to run to help us win a lot of these games. But if DJ can go out there against the Seahawks defense that I've seen most of this year, I have a lot of faith that we can put up some points on offense, and I have a lot of faith in our defense to limit that Seahawks offense. But if he's not, we're going to have Colt McCoy out there. Can Colt McCoy step up and fill that role? Now, obviously, he's not the runner that DJ is. He's not going to be able to run the option and take off for 50 yards. That's not going to happen. But Colt McCoy is just mobile enough to where if this Seattle defense starts to collapse on Wayne Gallman and on Alfred Morris, then he will be able to pick up these 10, 8, 5, 6 yard runs in the read option game and an RPO game. And he does have experience running this RPO. He came in and did it for Alex Smith a couple of years ago. He has a ton of experience doing that, even going back to college. So I'm confident in him running this offense, being consistent, being safe with the ball. Now, he almost turned it over a couple of times last week, but he hadn't played in over a year. Now he's going to have a full week of practice with the team, with the first team. And he's going to be a lot more comfortable because of that. Also, remember, he threw a great pass to Sterling Shepard on that comeback towards the end of that game. So if Colt McCoy is coming in there with a week of practice, I feel a lot better than I did with him coming into that game last week, coming in blind. Also, you have to remember that we've been running the ball very effectively. And the Seahawks defense is not some Hall of Fame. This is not the Legion of Boom here. This is not an elite defense. So if we're able to run the ball, it's going to make his job a lot easier to manage the game, make big throws just in the big moments. If he can do that 60% of the time in this game, we'll have a shot. If he can just hit wide open guys, we'll have a shot. I think that Jason Garrett is going to call a really conservative game plan that's going to get him some easy throws, some easy completions, and let the rest of our offense do the work. Our offensive line is shaping up into a great unit. No matter who's been in there, they're shaping up into a really great unit. And if he can just sit behind there, he'll have a clean pocket. I'm almost sure of it. He'll be able to turn around and hand that ball off and consistently get 4 to 5, 6 yards. And it's really about, can our running backs take over this game as well? Wayne Gallman had about 90-something yards, decent average per carry last game. But can he take that next step? And can Alfred Morris, who's going to probably get some more carries now that Colt McCoy is in there instead of DJ, can these two running backs step up and take over this football game along with this offensive line? If you win in the trenches, you're going to win the game. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. If you win against the trenches, you win in the game. This team has consistently won in the trenches the last 3 to 4 weeks, and we've been in positions to win these games the last 3 to 4 weeks, even more than that. So we can continue to do that. If our defensive line can get pressure on Russell Wilson and force him into some mistakes, which he might have more interceptions than even DJ at this point, I'm not sure. But if we can force him into mistakes and we can put pressure on him, that's going to make Colt McCoy's job a lot easier. Imagine if he can just hand the ball off and he can manage the game and we're up by 7, 8, 7, 10 points. That makes his job a lot easier. Everyone around Colt McCoy has to step up, and all Colt McCoy has to do is not make mistakes and hit the throws that are open. I don't expect him to have a huge game. I don't expect him to light the world on fire, but I do believe that he'll give us a chance to compete should DJ not be available this Sunday. So if you made it this deep into the video, definitely hit that subscribe button. I make Giants content, NFL content, so all NFL fans are welcome here. And until next time, it's Diggy546, and I'm out.